Basketball on BTN is presented by great tasting 5-Hour Energy. And brought to you in part by State Farm. We exist to assist. 94, 95, and 96, the three-peat of Big Ten championships under legendary head coach Gene Cady. 25 years on the bench as the Boilers head coach. Nebraska, the opposition today, and the Huskers have never beaten Purdue here at Mackey Arena. They are 0-4. Here is their starting lineup for the visiting Nebraska Huskers. Andrew White III leads them in scoring and rebounding. Also Benny Parker in that starting lineup. And the head coach is Tim Miles in his 4th season. Took him to the NCAA tournament in 2014 and was the Big Ten Coach of the Year, and he's decided to go with the red and white Argyle on that bench here at Mackey Arena. The lineup for the Boilemakers, the Buffalo Wild Wings starting lineup for Purdue. And Caleb Swanigan did not play at Minnesota. A right ankle injury Sunday at Iowa in the first half, and he will be in the starting lineup for Matt Painter in his 11th season. 230 wins for Painter. And he's 148-32 here at Mackey Arena. Purdue in the white owning the opening tap. And the Boilermakers at 18-4 this season, 6-3 in conference play, but at home, you heard Sean talk about their dominance. 12-1 at home at Mackey, and 3-1 in conference play. That one spins off. Swanigan has a chance, and had that one deflected away. It was Jacobson who got a piece of it.
Nice execution to start the ball game for Purdue. They're able to get inside, and you see one of the many advantages that Purdue has coming into this ball game, a +12 rebounding advantage.
Swanigan, top of the key. Hammonds on the entry, had it knocked away, but was fouled, and it'll go against Michael Jacobson.
Really good job by Purdue of going inside, understanding that's where their competitive advantage is, going inside.
So Hammonds at the free throw line. This season, 71% for A.J. Hammonds. Got them both, averages 13.5 points per game, and that leads this team for the senior from Gary, Indiana.
And Purdue extending the defense up the floor. P.J. Thompson really playing well for Purdue, as is the freshman point guard for Nebraska, Glenn Watson Jr.
Parker misses on the shot attempt. Jacobson tried to swat it away. They gave that last foul, by the way, to Parker for Nebraska, his first. And now the Huskers are going to pick up another one as Shields is reaching in.
And for Nebraska, you can't have that happen for Shields. You can't afford to give away a cheap one. Your senior on the road. They need him on the floor, Tom.
Such a talented player for this Husker team, as we told you. They've gone on the road and won 3 times in conference play. That includes a win at Michigan State, too.
You can see Nebraska really running the double team. That's a live ball. Good job by P.J. Thompson of making sure that he ran and didn't allow Benny Parker, because Benny Parker understood that was a live ball. If Parker picks that up, he's able to score. Good job by Thompson of not having a mistake lead to a basket.
Matt Painter in his career, 5-2 against the Huskers. NCAA tournament a season ago for Purdue. Second round loss to Cincinnati. This year 18-4 and in the top 25.
Oh boy, they missed Hammonds deep.
Edwards with the entry. Hammonds, wow, what touch, Sean.
And I tell you what, he took some contact in the back as well from Jacobson.
Terry Weimer, Ray Perrone, Bill Eck, our officiating crew for this afternoon and into the evening in West Lafayette, Indiana on the Big Ten Network. That jumper is all net. Benny Parker.
And that's an area of his game which has continued to evolve. Not a tremendous shooter, 38%, but he can beat you from deep. 36% from behind the arc for the senior.
Oilers have won 4 of their last 5 games. Wins against Penn State, Rutgers, Ohio State, and then the win Wednesday at Minnesota.
Nice block out right there by Jacobson on the larger Hammonds.
Shields looking for some help.
That's a beautiful sequence, and the freshman just short-armed it a little bit. Nice dribble penetration by Shields.
That ball stripped away, and now Shields coming out of the pack. A little 3-on-1 break. And score the bucket. Siobhan Shields to the line for the old-school three-point play attempt.
And a pretty good job by Andrew White as he gets out ahead of the floor. Watch number 3. Now he slows down just enough. This takes out the help right there in the form of Edwards, who wanted to take an angle, but because White slowed down just enough, it forced him to take an extra step wide. He wasn't able to take a direct angle to contest that shot.
74% from the line on the season for Shields. He's got the free throw and his first points of the late afternoon. Shields, who averages almost 16 per game, is 8th best in the Big Ten Conference.
And they need him on the floor in their winning effort at East Lansing. The senior Siobhan Shields had 28 points on 12 of 20 shooting. He can't afford to get in early foul trouble.
That was a season-high total for Shields, and we get a whistle. A couple of players tangled up. And foul goes against Andrew White III, his first. Ed Morrow coming in. Benny Parker to the bench. He's got a basket for Coach Miles.
And Ty Webster checking in. He's played very, very well, especially since the beginning of Big Ten play.
This is Thompson hanging and scoring. Solid contributor, sophomore from Indianapolis, who averages 6 points per game. And a 1-point Purdue lead in the early going in the first half.
And that dribble drive is made possible because P.J. Thompson can beat you from deep. He's knocked down 40% of his threes.
Swanigan the clearance. And up to Thompson. Dropped it to Hammonds, filling the lane. Lets the defenders go on by and bends that rim.
And how about the look away from P.J. Thompson? He slowed up. He saw out of his left peripheral vision that Hammonds was running the floor. He hesitated, looked off the defender, then put it up high and soft for Hammonds to go get.
Offensive foul at the other end. Webster on the drive, but a foul against the Huskers.
What we saw in transition, Nebraska punished Purdue. Here, Purdue returns the favor. The look off, and if you're Murrow right there, you have to sprint to the rim. He doesn't do that, and Hammonds makes him pay. And then the last time down the floor, nice job by Edwards of sliding over, taking the contact, will come the other way.
Purdue basketball. Hammonds participating in his 120th career game as he tries to establish position, and he got fouled.
And if you're Jake Hammond, you have to beat Hammonds to that spot. You cannot allow him to set up shop that deep.
Hammonds had 16 points and 8 rebounds in the win at Minnesota on Wednesday. Also 3 blocks. That was a close one, though, Sean, on the road, 68-64. And now it looks like another foul coming up, and I think it's Hammond again, Sean.
Yeah, they got contact up high. You're going to see they get locked up high, and again, Hammond is on Hammond's back, and they get locked up. I tell you what, that was very fortunate for A.J. Hammonds that he didn't either have a 3-second call or it could have gone the either way, but that's a tough foul for your second on Hammonds.
Thompson to Hammonds.
And how about the delivery from Thompson? Not only was it a bounce pass, but he got enough mustard on it, Tom, that it bounced up where he didn't have to reach down to get it.
What a pass from P.J. Thompson to electrify this crowd in the first half. Nebraska unable to provide the response with Andrew White. Davis went low. Another great pass underneath. Hammonds the finish. Edwards gave it to him.
How about the athleticism from Hammonds? He lost that on the way up, was kind of juggling, then had the presence of mind, Tom, to go to the off or left hand for the conversion.
Double-figure points for the 15th time this season for Hammonds, and we're early in this one. Gliding to the basket is White for 2. Silky shot. Thompson the shimmy shake. Can't finish it with a jumper.
That was more of a smoothie.
Tell you what, P.J. Thompson playing some inspired basketball in his first half at Mackey Arena. Teams met last year here too, Sean, and it was the Boilemakers getting the victory. It was one of 2 meetings this season. play in early March near the end of the schedule. Johnson Jr. had it knocked out of bounds. Hammond's collapsing.
And A.J. Hammond's blocking a shot. He's known for that, Tom. But offensively, he has been the story here in the early going for Purdue. His teammates doing a great job, be it finding him in transition or in the half-court set. Pick, roll, complete, with the hammer, up 5 at home.
Hockey is on BTN tonight with the second act of our Super Saturday special live from Madison Square Garden. It's Penn State taking on Michigan. BTN Hockey presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. Pre-game coverage starts after our game on BTN, and BTN to go will hit the ice after we get done here at Mackey Arena.
And that follows up the meeting between those two teams on the hardwood earlier today at Madison Square Garden.
Parker floating and scoring.
Really nice execution coming out of the dead ball timeout, and points in the paint was a trouble area for Purdue last time out on the road at Minnesota. They gave up 42 points in the paint, 46 rather, for the Golden Gophers.
Work on the glass, it's Edwards. Then it was finally pulled down by White. His outlet nearly stolen and in fact taken. Hill looked one way, tried to go to the rim, had it knocked away. White. That's a two-point basket for White.
Nice job by Nebraska on that break situation, Tom. They spread the floor. Webster fanned out to the left. That forced a White jersey from Purdue to go with them. That allowed the shot fake and the step in by White.
Haas is in the game. Sends it out to Edwards for three.
Really pretty basketball. They post inside to Haas. He has Hammond on his back. He doesn't panic, and he kicks it out to Edwards because the double team was forthcoming. He saw where it was coming from and delivered.
Edwards shooting 41% from three-point range. Nebraska comes right back with one of their own. It's White again. 7 points now.
You've got to find him. He converts 42% of his offerings from three-point land.
Catch and release.
Nice job by Matthias of moving without the basketball, Tom. He took his defender down toward the baseline, then came off on a little curl cut. Good job of coming under control, knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
Dakota Matthias, the sophomore from Elida, Ohio, with his first points of the game here against Nebraska. Haas had the block, but there was some contact there on that drive from White.
The three-point shooting, Tom, starting to heat up a little bit. First, nice inside-out action. You saw White go down to try to double-team on Haas. Good recognition by Haas to kick it out to Edwards. And then on the ball reversal, you have to be in position as Davis was, but you have to come out hands high because it doesn't take much room for White to get it off.
7 points now for White as he stands at the free throw line. .79% of the season for White from the stripe.
In the end for the Huskers, 30, and tomorrow, in the game for the Boilemakers, 15,
Swanigan comes in. Vince Edwards, who has a three-pointer to his credit. Hammond on that Nebraska bench.
Isaac Haas just blocked out Benny Parker and nearly sent him to Indianapolis.
A bit of a size differential, Sean. So White, after making the free throws, to that Nebraska bench for a breather, and here's some pressure from the Huskers.
Boy, this is close to 10. There it is. Really, really good job by Nebraska. And rather than have the 10-second count, a change a few years ago, they go by the shot clock, and with the bobble by Davis, it was at 22, and it looked very dubious whether they were going to break the 10 count, and they don't.
Nebraska on the season is 12-9, 4-4 in conference play. 3-1 away from Lincoln during conference action.
And one of those wins coming in East Lansing versus the Spartans.
This is Parker. That's a three attempt.
Talked about it earlier, Tom. That's an area of his ball game that he has really worked on, and it's paid dividends. Parker, 36% from behind the arc, so now you can't completely gap him because he can make you pay.
Haas turns around. gets it to drop. 44 is going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
I like what Purdue did there. They understand that they have the freshman Morrow into the ball game, and Morrow giving up a lot of size, and that's some tremendous strength by Isaac Haas, because Morrow was legally utilizing that armbar right in the lower back of Haas, and he's able to take that contact and complete.
They assess the foul to Shields. That's his second shot. Haas goes 68% from the line. His first points of the game for Isaac Haas, 7'2" and 282 pounds.
Now with Swanigan guarding McVeigh, they have to be cognizant of that, because McVeigh can beat you from three.
Nebraska hasn't played since last Saturday, losing against Michigan at home, 81-68 in Lincoln. Attempted follow by the Huskers. Ball never hit the rim. Swanigan has it. Haas turning around.
Man, if you get behind him, it's going to take a Sherpa and 3 days of supplies to get around. You've got to beat him to a spot.
Whistle and a foul against Purdue as we head to a timeout. Very tough to stop. Number 44, when he's got position. Matthias has picked up his second personal.
Welcome back to Mackey Arena, where the homestanding Boilermakers enjoy a three-point lead. And this is how you go 2 of 2 from the floor in the early going for Isaac Haas. Watch right here where he catches the basketball. He's got the freshman Morrow on his back. All he has to do is turn and complete. The arm bar has little effect on Isaac Haas. Nice offensive patience, good spacing of the floor, allowed the inside conversion by the big fella Isaac Haas.
He shoots 56% from the floor during the course of the season. That is 8th best in the conference, and we can see why. Once he's got that position, has a very nice touch with a short-range turnaround. Nebraska with the basketball, Purdue with the lead. 22-19 in the first half of the Big Ten Network. It's a difficult twisting shot for Webster.
And he took one right in the face. Webster's still down. He spun, and on the spin move, I think he's got a little bit of a bloody nose. On the spin, he was spinning away from contact. Tough conversion by Webster, but he took an inadvertent shot as he spun away at the end of this play right there by Swanigan as he's going up to go and get the rebound. Completely inadvertent, but that doesn't make the pain being suffered right now by Ty Webster any less severe.
Webster, who averages in double figures for the season, being attended to. The officials are going to check the monitor, see if there was anything flagrant involved.
Yeah, it certainly did not appear anything like that. It was just a basketball play. We're going to see Swanigan coming into your screen right here, number 50 in white. Now he's just going up to get the rebound. There was nothing malicious there that I could see with Ty Webster. He just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Webster is from Auckland, New Zealand, a junior. A career high 22 points this season at Iowa.
And that was a game that the Cornhuskers jumped out to a 10-0 lead early on in Iowa City.
Ty Webster is this afternoon's Motel 6 sixth man. You see the numbers that he has posted. 50% shooting on the season overall. Coming off a 12.5 rebound performance in the game against Michigan last Saturday. That was a losing effort. So had 5 steals, a career high.
And the experience that he gained for the New Zealand national team in the Pan Am games, you can just continue to see his progression and confidence as his career extends in Lincoln.
A couple of free throws for Thompson, who now has 4 points. And a couple of pretty assists thus far in the first half. Purdue leads the overall series 11-4. They've won 7 of the last 9. Although the last 4 games have been split to a piece. Strong drive from McVeigh. And stay with Nebraska.
I like the strong take by McVeigh. He shot faked, able to get by Swanigan just not able to convert. That's the second time he's been able to turn the corner. Now he can show, shot fake, maybe jab step, and knock down the three because he's shown the ability to get to the rim.
Takes a quick move just to get around the shoes of Haas. Size 22s in the paint there. The number 44 of the Boilemakers. That shot contested and the rebound Swanigan.
Good defensive stand by Purdue. Nebraska never able to penetrate the free throw line there.
Sean, it appears that the right ankle for Swanigan not too bad in this game thus far after the injury Sunday at Iowa. Did not play against Minnesota on the road midweek. Shot clock is at 5. Haas had to recognize. Ball never hit the rim. Bounces out of bounds and to Nebraska. We'll take a photo on Instagram showing your school pride using the hashtag BTN Winning Shot Contest for a chance to have your photo featured in a Big Ten basketball game. For contest rules and details, visit btn.com/BTN Winning Shot. Join Sean Morris on Instagram.
Oh, I'm the king
I know
of
you're
social,
all over that.
I'm the king of social media. Now, if they will accept Polaroids,
What's a Polaroid? Oh, the automatic pictures used to come out of the camera.
Exactly.
Right?
It was worth the wait.
Yeah, you know those are back, by the way. Thompson has his first personal foul. Nebraska almost made a huge comeback, Sean, in that game Saturday against Michigan, trailing by 18. They cut to lead to 2 with about 3 minutes to go. They just couldn't get over the hump. High arcing shot is good. That's White.
And that's something he's really worked on during the course of this season in Lincoln. When he first started the first few games, he just was going to be catch and release, but now he's showing the ability and willingness to not just go to a stronger right hand off the dribble, but as you saw there, utilize the left hand to create space.
How about White? 18 times into double figures this season. He's already done it the first half with 11 points, and that includes a three-pointer for White.
Now, if you're Purdue, you have to understand that White is guarding Hammond. They had a couple of mismatches there. Jacobson got caught up on a little bit of a switch, and as a result got behind again on Swanigan, and Purdue took advantage.
First foul against Jacobson. It will be 1-on-1 situation as Purdue gets into the bonus. So Ed Morrow comes in, and the good news for Nebraska is that Ty Webster has come back in. Hit in the nose just a few moments ago, produced a little bit of blood, but attended to by the training and medical staff, and he's right back into the ball game for the Huskers. First point of the game for Swanigan.
Really outstanding freshman season for Swanigan, leading this conference in rebounding.
His first 2 points, he averages close to 9 rebounds per game, and as Sean said, that is the best of the Big Ten for the freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana. 22 starts on the season.
Edwards starting to answer the challenge on White. With Rayfeld Davis out of the ball game, Edwards has drawn the defensive assignment on the leading scorer for the Cornhuskers.
Webster looking for some assistance. Shot clock is at 3. Jacobson recognizing McVeigh. Yes, McVeigh got it. And it's stolen away by Hammonds. Swanigan also hit the floor. Three-pointer is too strong. It was Klein who almost brought the house down with that 3.
Yep, carry. That's a right call because the ball came to a complete rest and Webster's hand came underneath it. That's the definition. Good recognition. You can have the hand on the side of the ball, but watch where the ball comes to rest under his hand. Couldn't quite see it a little bit before that, but the ball did completely come to rest with his hand underneath.
Just a 3-point game. 1:24 to go in the first half. Hammonds the misfire.
Boy, did Nebraska dodge one there because Hammonds was able to get a duck in on the freshman big man Morrow there.
Traveling against Nebraska. 5th turnover of the half.
And 2 in succession neither one really of the force variety, and that's tough. Hey, if you're in Nebraska, you have to feel really good with the way that Purdue was able to establish an inside game to start this half. You're only down 3.
It's always a challenge when you play the Boilemakers on the boards. They have out-rebounded all 22 opponents this season. That's Hammonds. He got fouled. His last miss was his first of the game, Sean. He'd made all 4 of his shot attempts prior to that last sequence.
And I want to give Ed Murrow some sort of award. I mean, he took one right in the chest. As Hammonds turns, there's no double team coming, and Murrow, there's not much else you can do. If the double team's not going to get there, and you're one-on-one, and you're a freshman giving up about 3 or 4 inches in probably 2 weight classes, that's a tough situation in which to find yourself. But the future is very bright for Murrow. I like the way he has progressed in the conference season, Tom. He's shooting the ball very efficiently, about 61%. Doesn't try to do anything of which he's not capable. Very, very bright future for Murrow.
Hammonds has made all 4 of his free throw attempts. That's a baseline jumper with a little bit of difficulty in defending in his face for Watson.
And his confidence has risen significantly during the conference season. Can knock down that jump shot, but more importantly, running the point guard position, Tom, over a 2-to-1 assist turnover ratio.
9 field goals for Purdue. 8 of those assisted on. That's Hammonds. Extending the range, 14 first half points for A.J. Hammonds. Webster. Double teamed, had to flip it back out. Parker. McVeigh. Hammonds had the box out. Purdue has the basketball with Edwards. In traffic. Grazed the front rim. McVeigh had it. And it looks like it'll be a foul against Swanigan. When we come back, a very special guest, legendary coach Gene Cady, as we honor those 3 Big Ten champs in the mid-90s. He'll join us when we come back on the Big Ten Network. Back at Cady Court, here at Mackey Arena, named for the legend, Gene Cady. 25 years as a head coach. And how about that three-peat in the mid-90s? 94, 95, 96, Big Ten regular season champs. And the coach of the year for all 3 of those seasons. In fact, 7 times the coach of the year, and that is the conference record. And we are joined, it is a very special guest, Gene Cady, kind enough to give us some of his time. And Coach, it has got to be a thrill to come back to this building each and every time you get a chance.
What it is, this is very exciting today. I've had a great time here the last 3 days being in town here and seeing a lot of friends, past players, past managers, everybody that helps us, and you don't do it by yourself. It takes a lot of people to do things right.
As we watch the action between Nebraska and Purdue, reflecting back on those teams in the mid-90s, how great was it to be a part of what you were able to accomplish here in West Lafayette?
Oh, it was amazing. You know, in '94 we had Glenn Robinson, and it was an offensive team with Conzo Martin and Matt Waddell, and then in '95 we had a defensive team that was very selfish about giving easy shots, and we're very cohesive and got along good, and we're good kids as far as camaraderie. And then in '96, I'm not sure how we did that. So it just seems
great
like
coaching.
It seems like osmosis. They learned from the other 2 years. So it was a great 3 years for us, of course, and we really now appreciate it probably more now than we did then.
Coach, you were in the league for over a couple of decades, and you know, your first championship in the 80s, and then you had those in the mid-90s. What was the biggest change you saw in the game between your first championship and then that run in the mid-90s, especially when it comes maybe to the offensive end of the floor?
Well, I think the shot clock changed a lot of it. The three-point shot changed a lot of it. TV made crowds more exciting. I think that a lot of things changed as far as basketball with rule changes. Now they've taken the 5-second count off, and I always said they should have because they never called it. So anyway, it was a good rule change. But, you know, a lot of things have changed. The game is a great game, and everybody loves it. And I think it's pretty much illustrated by all the great basketball in the NCAA time. So there's not a great sporting event in America than the NCAA time.
Hey, Coach, prided yourself, and rightfully so your team did, on the defensive end of the floor, but you were also one of the first programs to really kind of adopt weight training and strength and conditioning in off-season. Was there something that kind of led you to that? Was it your experience with international ball that said, hey, this might be something that we want to put into our program?
No, it's from my football experience. When I coached junior college ball at Hutchinson, John Matosh was our football coach, and he was good into weights, and I kind of got it from that, and then I carried it over when I went into Western Kentucky, and then when I came here. So, and we had really good weight coaches here, and just carried over and become stronger. The thing about lifting weights correctly is it prevents injuries to a certain extent. So a lot of good things about it besides making you stronger.
You know, so many of your players, coaches have such an impact on their lives, and also assistant coaches. Talk about what it means to you, Coach, to see a guy like Bruce Weber at Kansas State and the success that he's had there and at Illinois, and then when you take a look at Coach Painter, one of your former players, and what he's doing here in West Lafayette.
Well, it makes it very special in that I live in Myrtle Beach now and become friends with Cliff Ellis of Coastal Carolina, and a high school coach there by the name of Greg Martin, and I watch their high school games, but I watch like 14 games on the weekend of teams coaches played for me or coaches that were my assistants each day, and keep my computer hot. Kathleen, my wife, taught me how to use a computer and find out scores and find out what games were on ESPN3. So I keep busy and stay out of her hair by watching everybody else play.
Coach, you said you keep a very close eye on this Purdue program and what Matt Painter's been able to do. Why don't you give us your impressions of what you've seen thus far? This is a top 25 team and only going up here for the Boilers.
Well, I'm very impressed with his recruiting. When you got a very good team that they lead the nation in rebounding, and or at least they're up high in rebounding, and they're block shots, and he does a great job with it. I think he does a good job of doing what we did, and he does some things better than we did. So I just think that he does a great job with balance. One of the things about Matt Painter was he was always good about finding out objectives on how to cure problems. So he's really good at taking a problem and getting it corrected.
Coach, we thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
It's great that you're having a great weekend, and I hope it continues for you. And thanks for coming back and joining us on the Big Ten Network.
Thank you. Best gig I ever had besides the Purdue job was working at the Big Ten Network. So thank you very much.
Great, Coach. Thanks so much.
Coach, thank you. Gene Katie, the legendary coach here at Purdue, 25 years on the bench and 7 times the Coach of the Year. This is Thompson trying to drive to the rim. That'll be pulled down by Webster. He stumbles down. This ball's up for grabs. Out of bounds. Nebraska ball.
Wonderful hustle by both teams there, getting on the deck. Each possession taking on greater significance as this game is still a tight one at 4. And coming right at you here, the ball is loose. Good job of poking it loose. Then you see players in both colored jerseys going on the floor. Tremendous hustle. And I'd like to just wrap up that segment with Coach Katie. You know, as successful as he was as a coach and the accolades he gets, you're not going to find a finer gentleman. And I think that is just so important. And one of the great things about him that I've always respected, there's a long list, Tom, but the fact that he treats everybody, regardless of what they do, with a tremendous amount of respect. And that's a gentleman, and that's a winner.
What a great man, and thanks for getting a chance to talk with him as Hammonds at the other end now with 16 points. He also, Sean, has a couple of blocks. And for A.J. Hammonds, he now has 310 career blocks, 6th in Big Ten Conference history. It's a three-pointer from Webster, the long rebound.
And a nice block out by Edwards on White there.
Davis. He had eyes for the rim the whole way. An offensive foul.
Nice job of sliding over. We'll go the other way, but A.J. Hammonds making his presence known on both ends of the floor. Good utilization of the left hand for the block, keeping it in play, and then on the offensive end, continuing an outstanding performance. But Purdue only up 6 at home. A 6-point lead at home over Nebraska, and a big reason for that has been the production on both ends of the floor by A.J. Hammonds. 16 first-half points for the big fella. 6 and 7 from the floor. And you're going to see a common theme on a lot of these baskets. 11 made field goals thus far for the Purdue Boilemakers, 10 coming via the assist.
You can see what select company A.J. Hammonds is in, and that includes former Purdue standout in the late 70s, early 80s, Joe Barry Carroll.
Took Purdue to the Final Four in Indianapolis. Ultimately won by the Louisville Cardinal that year. Herb Williams and A.C. Earl, along with Joe Barry Carroll, all 3 first-round draft picks, and A.J. Hammond certainly has that opportunity. He's a senior. He will be in the draft this year, and, you know, kind of an interesting situation that may be available to him. Let's say he goes to a team like the San Antonio Spurs. What a great opportunity for him.
Right by Haas's Webster.
And that's the second time coming out of a dead ball situation that Nebraska's been really efficient. They spread the floor and got something going toward the basket off the dead ball.
You gotta have some confidence. Challenge Haas on the interior. He'll lay it up and in.
And Haas did a really good job because he'd been played behind before. Nebraska tried to take that away. He took the defender up the lane and a nice delivery over the top for the easy catch. Good job by Haas of keeping it high.
He has 7 first-half points. 6-point advantage for the Boilers. Jacobson has to back it out. Shot clock at 10. 2:35 to go in the half. Driving attempt from McVeigh and a foul against Purdue. It'll be against Edwards. Stay tuned at the half for the State Farm halftime report. Mike Hall, Jess Settles. Break down our first half and recap a busy Saturday around the Big Ten. It's the State Farm halftime report.
And a nice job by McVeigh. We've seen it a couple times earlier, Tom, where he was able to turn the corner and get to the rim, but not complete. But the most recent one, he was able to get to the rim, draw the contact.
If the game for Purdue 3, DJ Thompson.
McVeigh with his first 2 points of the game.
And you see on the made free throw, Nebraska extending the defense a little bit, because one of the Achilles heels for Purdue this year has been turning the basketball over. They turned it over 14 times on the road last time out versus Minnesota. And then that comeback win for Iowa, Purdue miscues were a really key factor.
That win was on Wednesday on the road for Purdue. 68-64 against Minnesota. A foul against the Huskers.
Andrew White coming down, trying to dig it out. And what they really are looking for, they're not looking for the steal in that situation. They want you to come by and scrape. Give the big fella something to think about. And instead, White made contact, and Haas will go to the line as a result.
2 shots in the double bonus for the Boilers.
He has really worked on his foul shooting. Struggled a year ago, but closing in on 70% conversion rate. And we talk about the size of Isaac Haas, and I think the size of his hands makes that foul shot more difficult, because his hand covers so much of the basketball. You want it to come off your fingertips, but when your hands are that big, there's only so many places your hands can go.
Not a problem thus far. Sean, 3 of 3 from the line and 9 points for Haas in the first half. Saw that Bakari Evelyn, number 11, has come into the game for Nebraska. This will be McVeigh for 3.
Remember earlier in the halftime, we talked about the fact that dribble penetration might set up the 3 for McVeigh, and you saw why there. They tried to gap him because he turned to the rim and got into it 3 different times. Here, he's able to stick the 3.
The freshman can shoot the 3. 21 made on the season and 34%. Haas at the other end, using the angle off the square.
And what you're seeing inside right now is the inexperience of the bigs. Morrow, a freshman. Jacobson, a freshman. And you're not only just giving up size to Haas, but you're giving up experience as well.
Haas is into double figures in the first half. Webster tried the misdirection, and the foul against Purdue.
And McVeigh giving some quality minutes off the bench and turned the corner. And watch where they come out. They're worried about the dribble drive because he'd done it the 3 previous times he'd caught the ball out there, knocks down the 3, and then Isaac Haas, nice job of spinning away. Really good job by Haas at keeping his eye on the rim and converting.
Just above his season average now, Sean. He's got 11. The average is 10 points for the year for Purdue. Be sure to stay tuned for the latest Big Ten news and highlights with Mike Hall and Jess Settles on the State Farm halftime report. Coming up in just moments. 1:20 to go from Mackey Arena. Refurbished beautifully over the last few years for this building that opened up back in December of 1967. Over 14,000 on hand to watch Nebraska and Purdue.
First game in Mackey Arena was against another Purdue great, John Wooden, and his UCLA team.
Stolen by Nebraska. Inside of a minute to play in the first half. And now Webster.
Well, Nebraska has to feel really good about where they are right now, with the exception of that clear out. We'll go the other way. Another turnover for Nebraska.
Second on Webster.
Webster, watch as he turns the corner, a little bit of a swim move. And they catch him. Usually you see that move down in a post position, but there not only was the swim move pretty evident, but it was up high, drawing the attention of the official.
Catch and shoot, Klein. That's a free ball.
And as soon as he caught it, Coach Tim Miles put his hands on his head because Klein was able to catch it and in rhythm and let it go. He knew before that ball left his hands it was good.
Here comes Davis. 20 seconds to go, and it's going to be a timeout for Matt Painter of the Boilemakers to discuss the situation. Discussion going on at the Nebraska bench. 42-35. The Boilers in front. First half from Mackey Arena in West Lafayette, Indiana. And Ryan Klein in rhythm.
Now watch the top, the top of your screen. Coach Tim Miles, as soon as he caught it, he put his hands on top of his head like that was not in the scouting report to allow Ryan Klein to catch with an unobstructed view of the rim. Great job by our crew of capturing that. That was fantastic.
28th made three of the season for Ryan Klein, and now 15 seconds to go in the first half. Boilermakers have been tough with that halftime lead, 15-2. Both of those losses against Iowa. Hammonds trying to extend the range. Davis didn't get the bounce. Hammonds will follow and beat the buzzer. If it stands, it's 18 first half points for Hammonds on the follow, going on a rim bender. And it appears, Sean, plenty of time on that clock.
Not only plenty of time, but also it looked from that angle in particular that the ball had cleared the cylinder. If you are Nebraska, you're probably looking to see, is it on the cylinder? It was clearly off. That basket will stand.
One more look. Hammonds timing it perfectly. He goes 7 of 9 from the floor, 18 points and 4 rebounds, and made all 4 of his free throw attempts. So it is halftime at Mackey Arena. After the break, Mike Hall and Jess Settles bring you the State Farm halftime report. Our halftime score in West Lafayette, Indiana. Purdue 44, Nebraska 35. Thanks to that follow jam by Hammonds to punctuate the first half. State Farm halftime report coming up. All on BTN is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Find your agent at autoowners.com. And by Rocket Mortgage, the fast, powerful, completely online way to get a mortgage from Quicken Loans. The three-peat of the mid-90s, including their head coach, Gene Cady, honored at halftime in those Big Ten championships. The most wins in the history of Purdue basketball with 512. And he was kind enough to join us during the first half. And Sean, that's one of the coolest things I've ever been involved in. He just rolled up and had such great things to say about this program and what they accomplished.
You were just happy to have a competent analyst sitting next to you, for at least briefly.
He was fantastic. So was A.J. Hammonds, Sean. 18 points in the first half.
They made a concerted effort to get not only Hammonds, but Haas going, and it paid dividends. A.J. Hammonds, 18 points, 7 of 9 from the floor. Really did a nice job, be it in transition or in the half-court set, of making himself available. And Hammonds also contributing on the defensive end of the floor with a couple of blocks. And this is how you go 7 of 9. Take a look at the clumping around the rim. That's exactly where you want Hammonds to be if you're Purdue. If you're Nebraska, you want to force him out of that comfort zone.
All right, time now for the K Jewelers first half stats. And on the boards, as they have done all season long, Sean, it is Purdue in front. They have out-rebounded every single opponent, and it has translated into great success so far this season.
And they've
Purdue.
also been very unselfish with the basketball. You take a look at that 12 assists. Those 12 assists have led to 15 field goals for the Purdue Boilermakers. And how important was it for the Boilermakers to close out on a 5-0 mini run to end the half, because Nebraska had the momentum and the basketball down only 4.
Hammonds and Haas in the first half, combining for 29 points. Hammonds had 18. Isaac Haas coming off the bench with 11, was 4 of 5 from the floor. We crank up the second 20 minutes. Mackey Arena, West Lafayette, Indiana on the Big Ten Network. Tom Wormy and Sean Morris with you and our outstanding production crew here in West Lafayette. Shot clock is at 10 for the Huskers. 3 out of the corner, rims out on that attempt by Benny Parker, who did make one of the first half and finish with 7 points.
And Siobhan Shields back to start the second half. And if you're Nebraska, you have to feel very good. You're down only 9, and your senior leader limited in the first half to only 8 minutes of playing time because of a couple of quick fouls.
3 points in the first half for Shields. Andrew White has picked up his 3rd personal. Now, White, Sean, is your leading scorer if you're Tim Miles with 11 points into double figures, the only Husker to get there in the first 20 minutes.
And also your leading rebounder.
On the drive, it's Hammonds again. Undeniable.
And what happened there is that Jacobson rotated over to help with the dribble drive. As a result, Tom, he lost contact with Hammonds out on the perimeter, which allowed the big fella a running path to the rim.
Nebraska has a bucket at the other end. It is Shields. Hammonds is up to 20 points now. He's got the basketball. Turnaround. Very kind bounce here at Mackey Arena.
A nice offensive patience by Hammonds. He was waiting for the double team, saw that it wasn't coming, looked over the left shoulder, located the defender, able to shoot over the top.
Foul on the drive. Hammonds now has 22 points to lead everybody.
Well, he ended the first half on a dunk, and here the freshman Jacobson had to leave to help on the dribble drive. That allowed an unobstructed pass to the rim for Hammonds right here. You see the freshman Jacobson coming over to try to help out his teammate, and as a result, Hammonds able to get a running start. You don't want a 7:47 to have full use of the runway.
He came into the game, Sean, with 104 career dunks, and he's got at least 3 or 4 tonight, including a couple of follow jams where he rocked the stanchion and punished that rim. Shields, 1 of 2, now 6 points.
And Nebraska's starting to turn up the pressure, hoping to turn the Boilermakers over. And really good job by Hammonds of running the floor. And you saw the nonverbal communication as that play unfolded between Rayfel Davis and Hammonds. They made eye contact and put it right up toward the rim.
That is a season-high 24 points for Hammonds, trying to get a piece of that shot, but just over his fingertips from Watson with 6.
That's a gutsy drive and completion by Watson, because he came from one side of the floor to the other and able to hit that floater with the big fella Hammonds coming right at him.
Watson trying to stick with Edwards, picked up the personal.
This is where you can tell guys have played together. The nonverbal communication between Rayfel Davis on the left wing, and it's compounded by the fact that no one was able to get out on Davis and put their hands up. That allowed him a completely unobstructed view to the rim. He made contact with Hammonds, put it right up where Hammonds just could catch and complete.
Hammonds is now 10 of 12 from the floor. Several shots of a very high percentage variety. Swanigan will kick it out, working the perimeter.
Pretty good job there by Jacobson, forcing Hammonds away from the rim.
Swanigan tied up. Held ball situation. The arrow favors the Boilermakers as Ty Webster was quick to tie up Swanigan.
And I tell you what, that showed some courage by Webster. Let's not forget, in the first half, he took one right in the nose. Has a short memory, sticks it in there. As a result, the next held ball will go to the Cornhuskers.
Well, Webster had to lead the game in the first half. After running into Swanigan. Hammond's another jam.
He almost put Ty Webster through the cylinder with it.
A.J. Hammonds is having a field day. 26 points, approaching his career high of 30. Huskers go for the three. Swanigan tipped it away. Parker couldn't find the range. 12-point lead could go up on this possession for Purdue. Thompson. Swanigan. Foul, Nebraska.
And that's the third on Siobhan Shields. And with this being a 12-point spread right now, I think you're going to keep him in. Yeah, and they do. They go to get a ball for Jacobson. Morrow right now draws the unenviable assignment of trying to check A.J. Hammonds.
Hammonds, it's a two-point attempt from the wing. Shields averages close to 16 points per game. Has just 6 thus far for Nebraska. Side of the rim for White and out of bounds. .26 points, A.J. Hammonds. 5 dunks. The senior 7-footer, 250 pounds, but looking really light when he's close to that rim. Able to elevate. And he's got the last 10 points for Purdue. Mathias is now in there. Now they go inside. Swanigan tough to stop.
Yeah, he was able to utilize a little bit of a duck-in move, and Nebraska right now just overmatched along that front line.
Shields trying to force the issue, and he's got a chance at a three-point play when Nebraska needed it most.
Well, Shields stems the tide, but the tide has been shifting in Purdue's favor because of the play inside of A.J. Hammonds doing his Boilermaker Pete imitation, dropping the hammer at home.
But tomorrow it's even more great action. First, the Hawkeyes take on Northwestern. Then the Spartans take on Rutgers, followed by Wisconsin and Illinois. Coverage starts 2:30 p.m. Eastern with a tip-off show Sunday on BTN and BTN to go. Sean Morris on his way to Champaign after we get done tonight here in West Lafayette. A.J. Hammonds, he is today's Reese's perfect combination with his teammates.
26 points for the senior center for the Boilermakers. Very efficient, 11 of 14 from the floor. And to your point, Tom, 75% of the baskets put forth thus far by the Boilermakers, 20 in total, have come via the assist, 15 helpers.
Three-point play from Siobhan Shields. He's got 9 points now. Purdue led by as many as 14 earlier in the half. Game has the feel of perhaps Purdue being out in front a little bit more, Sean.
Absolutely. You know, it's an 11-point game right now. And when you consider what Purdue's been able to establish inside, if you're Nebraska, you have to feel pretty good until that mid-range jump shot by Edwards. Nice job of utilizing the shot fake and then the rhythm dribble to go into the mid-range jumper.
5 points for Edwards. In tight quarters, that one rims out. Morrow couldn't find it. Edwards trying to get to double figures for the 6th straight game. Halfway there now. Quick turnaround from Hammonds. He's doing it every which way, Sean.
And that was a nice shot by Hammonds, but I want to compliment the interior feed from Swanigan. That was a big who got down low and threw it away from the defense where only Hammonds could catch and complete. Nice play by the freshman.
White. Shot was altered by Davis, who closed quickly. Swanigan chases it. And then he falls down in that corner there on top of Benny Parker.
Loose ball in the corner. It's tipped out. And Benny Parker, yeah, that'll leave a mark.
Parker's 5'9", 175 as Hammonds gets a well-deserved round of applause, leaving the game with 28 points. He's only 2 shy of his career high of 30. Shields, the shovel along the baseline. That shot off the mark from McVeigh.
Nice job in the open floor of transition defense by Watson there.
Edwards trying to get free. May have been tipped by Shields. Webster had Shields on the wing. He'll lay it over the front rim.
And a great job in the open floor, Tom, by Siobhan Shields of giving himself up. And what I mean by that is that he sprints the right side of the floor. Watch Shields here. He fans out, he sprints. That forces the backpedaling defender, Davis, having to make a decision. That allows Webster to look him off and go to the rim. But it started with the hustle by Siobhan Shields of going from defense to offense and giving himself up.
Webster at the line. He's got 7 points. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line thus far. Shoots 77% on the season. Eight points for Webster. 12-point game for the Boilermakers.
And this pressure has done its job. Look at the shot clock. Half of it is expired. It's at 15, and Purdue still outside the three-point arc.
Haas trying to tip it back to Hill. Picked up by Shields. He wins the race to the bucket with the jam.
And that pressure defense did its job. It kept Purdue exclusively outside the three-point arc. Then a poor passing decision leads to a breakout opportunity. Remember, turnovers have been a problem for Purdue this year.
Shields is starting to come alive. Just 3 points in the first half, but 8 in the second half and 11 total.
That's a tough pass to make in tight quarters.
Looking for Haas. 10th turnover of the game for Purdue. Shields. That's a 3 for the Huskers, and it's good.
I bet you get a timeout right now by Purdue, and there it is.
Watson hit it, Sean.
All the momentum has shifted to Nebraska. It started on the defensive end with active hands, leading to a breakout opportunity for Siobhan Shields. He takes it all the way to the house. The three-pointer follows up, and Nebraska back in it, down 7.
They are in this game and engaged. Hammonds returns to the game, but when he left just about a minute ago, 8-0 run for Nebraska, Sean.
Started on the defensive end of the floor, leading to a breakout opportunity. Wonderful fake by Webster. Shields made that other opportunity possible. The good patience offensively by Nebraska, utilizing the dribble drive. And we talked about it throughout the course of the game thus far. Turnovers have hurt Purdue at times this year. 10 miscues thus far by the Boilermakers, leading to 15 points off those mistakes by Nebraska.
Just to give you some historical perspective, the last win in West Lafayette for Nebraska came back in 1956. 65-62. They have never won in Mackey Arena 0-4 in those 4 previous trips. And they lost last year here at Mackey. Up in the corner, Rafael Davis. That's a 3.
Davis, a 34% three-point shooter, but if you're Nebraska, you had to give up something, and with the way that Hammonds has played inside, you can live with a three-point shot, even though Davis is going to put it down.
Shields.
This extended pressure has paid dividends, not just in turnovers, but kind of disrupting the offensive flow of Purdue here in the second half.
Hammonds.
Boy, are they hugging Hammonds down there now.
Turnover. Shields flips it off to his left, and that's a layup for Watson.
And this pressure paying dividends for Nebraska, and good active hands. They're really packing it inside now on Hammonds. That one-on-one coverage where he was able to do so much damage, no longer there.
Huskers have 3 players in double figures. White, Watson, and Shields. 11, 11, and 13 respectively. Edwards missed from close range. A second attempt was knocked away. Jacobson. Shields comes out of the pack with it. Shields trying to draw the defensive attention. Missed from the corner from Watson Jr.
I tell you what, I'm impressed with Watson. He didn't hesitate taking that. That's a gutsy shot for a freshman to take, but he caught it in rhythm, just not able to knock it down.
11 points for Glenn Watson. Edwards fouled on the drive. It's getting real interesting at Mackey Arena. The Boilers have dominated the series. Took a 14-point lead, but the Huskers are back in it. Purdue led by as many as 15 this half, but the gap has been closed to 6 with 10:58 to go in regulation. Time now for our auto owners game leaders. Hammonds 28 points. That's a season high for him. Shields and White chipping in with 24 combined.
The other stat that concerns you if you're Nebraska for both Shields and White, both of those players with 3 personal fouls, 3 starters with foul trouble for Nebraska, as that graphic illustrates. The point guard, Glenn Watson Jr. with 4. So foul situation, something to watch in the last 11 minutes of clock time here.
Watson Jr. is also into double figures with 11 points. Good shooting from these teams in the second half, Sean. 57% for Purdue and 53% for Nebraska.
And because of that foul situation and to try to take away the inside presence, Nebraska going to the zone defense here over the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Hammonds kicked it back out. Klein, 3 ball.
I really like what Hammonds did there. Even though he's having a big night, he understood, hey, this is a great opportunity to play inside out. The double team comes, they leave Klein, and that's the second time he's made Nebraska pay in that situation.
6 points for Klein. It's Webster who got fouled. And he is slow to get up. He's been battered tonight. Hammonds picks up the foul for Purdue. Just his first.
Ty Watson has had a tough night. He took one in the nose earlier. Here he turns the corner and kind of lands awkwardly. Yeah, right on his back. Tough kid.
As Sean told you, he got hit in the nose inadvertently by Swanigan's elbow going for a rebound. Again, totally inadvertent.
Yeah. Just wrong place at the wrong time.
Yep, but his nose was bloodied in that instance, and now he's got to shake off the effects of that awkward fall when he collided with Hammonds there.
It's been a tough afternoon physically right now for Webster. First he took one in the proboscis, then he lands on his posterior.
Thank you, Dr. Morris. 9 points now. Ty Webster, the junior from Auckland, New Zealand. Double figures now with 10. He's the 4th Husker to do so. And he is 4 of 5 from the free throw line.
I'm really impressed with the way Nebraska has just hung around and scrapped to be down only 7, especially with the way in the first 30 minutes or so that by and large Purdue's been able to go inside and score, but shifting to this zone defense and providing help has paid dividends, but it doesn't there. And a nice job of reversing the basketball. That allowed Hammonds to kind of get his body in front of the freshman Jacobson and then back him under the rim.
30 points now. He has tied his career high. What a night for Hammonds. White trying to escape the defensive pressure. Hammonds has the rebound.
If you're Purdue, you wait for the big fella to get down there. I don't care if it takes the next week. You wait for him.
He's also only 2 rebounds away from a double-double. Edwards, shot clock is winding down. Side of the rim, Hammonds is there, the kick out. Davis wastes no time.
How about the play, the smart play by A.J. Hammonds? He gets the offensive rebound, and because the initial shot hit the rim, Tom, it reset the shot clock. He kind of caught it off balance, and rather than force his shot, he came under control and kicked it out to Davis. Nice job.
Couple of 3-pointers for Davis, both in the second half. White, Hammonds helps. Whistle, they're going to score the bucket.
Well, A.J. Hammonds, watch this play. he's not really under control, and rather than force it against 3 red jerseys, he maintains his composure and kicks it out. That allows Rayfeld Davis to step into the 3. And even though Hammonds comes over, they get him with the goaltend.
That gives Andrew White the third, 13 points now, as they scored the bucket on that drive as Hammonds came over to help.
And switching defenses again, because Hammonds was able to get that offensive rebound kick out, they've gone back to the man-to-man here.
Thompson.
The 3-second count will come the other way, and this is a tough one to have go against you if you're Hammonds. You're able to pin it against the board. I think from the angle from which it was called, it looked like the ball might have hit the backboard. You have to kind of leave it alone, but the bang-bang play and a basket for White to kind of stem the tide. And then now with that 3-second count, Nebraska has a chance now, before we head to the next media timeout, to get this to single digits.
Hammonds does have 2 blocks in the game. He's up to 310 for his career. Shields unblockable.
I tell you what, that young guy saddled with foul trouble in the first half, but he is making his presence known here in the second. Stepped very confidently into that 3 off the dribble handoff.
16 points now for Shields. Dropping the 3 ball. He can shoot that 3.
And 13 of those 16 coming in the second stanza.
Nice pass. Hammonds. Johnny Hill. First basket of the ball game. That stat line for Hammonds tonight, win or lose, is going to look mighty fine as he continues to rack up the numbers. And look at White jump out and hit it.
And that's just a rare defensive lapse by Purdue, because White bobbled the basketball. That should have allowed someone from Purdue to come out there and close out, but they don't. And he utilizes the rhythm dribble and steps into the 3 even with the initial bobble.
6 of 15 for the game from 3-point range for Nebraska as a team. And the second one for White, 1 in each half. Now Davis wants a 3. Ripping the ropes.
And I tell you what, he ought to give at least part of his per diem to Hammonds and Swanigan, because both of the big guys understanding that they're drawing so much attention once the ball goes into the paint, they've kicked it out in a couple possessions for wide open 3s for Davis.
He is 3 for 3 from long distance. Hammonds has another rebound.
And if you're Nebraska, you kind of have to pick your poison. With the way that Purdue's been able to establish the inside presence, you have to give up something, and recently it's been 3-pointers to Davis.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Swanigan. What a beautiful use of the inside pivot or Sigma move by Swanigan. Once you create space with that inside dribble, inside pivot, you become a perimeter player. And the perimeter, even as much as Hammonds has done it inside, it's been Davis off the 3, but Andrew White the 3rd answering the call for Nebraska. The Cornhuskers hanging around, and Davis hanging 3s on the visitors from Lincoln.
All on BTN is presented by great tasting 5-hour energy. Brought to you in part by State Farm. We exist to assist. And by Country Mart. Get more per gallon. Boiler fans having fun. Nebraska hanging tough though, Sean.
I've really been impressed with the way Nebraska has withstood some runs by Purdue. And you mentioned the assists. How about this? 29 made field goals to the Boilermakers, 23 coming via the assists, and 8 of those assists coming from the bigs, 4 each from Swanigan and Hammonds.
Hammonds has a double-double. 5th of the year, 20th of his career. Shields a step back. Hammonds has another rebound. That's number 11. He is the 5th best rebounder in the Big Ten Conference with almost 8 per game, and he's exceeded that average on both accounts, both rebounds and points. It's Edwards trying to keep it alive, stolen away, and running away. Watson couldn't get the layup, kept alive by White.
about Purdue not giving up on the play and contesting that layup.
Shields. What a pass. Send it back out for McVeigh for three. Swanigan the rebound.
Well, that's tough to have go against you if you're Nebraska. You had numbers, just not able to convert the layup, but you have to credit the hustle by Purdue contesting the initial offense.
So Swanigan also has double-figure rebounds. He's got 10. Ninth time he's done it this season. Does not get the kind roll there. Huskers come away with it.
Well, they've got Shields wide open. They missed him in the far wing.
Ball finally finds Shields. He gets doubled and loses control. It's the first turnover of the half for Nebraska, which has a total of 9 in the game.
And the reason that Nebraska is still within striking distance have been miscues by the Boilemakers. And wonderful job by Swanigan on his 5th assist to get in between the two lines of the Nebraska defense, drawing attention, then the delivery to Hammonds.
32 points now for Hammonds. Defending at the other end, but we get a whistle.
And sharing the basketball has been a common theme for Purdue all afternoon, Tom. And Hammonds gets between the two lines of Nebraska defense, forcing them to make a decision. They come up. Jacobson loses contact just long enough for Hammonds to slip to the rim, and Swanigan finds it.
Hammonds coming out of the game, 32 points. It's a new career high for the senior from Gary, Indiana. Just over 4 minutes to go in the second half. Quick-paced second half of action. Shields has been a big part of it for Nebraska. Can't find a spot there to make a move, and now Swanigan another rebound.
And a good job by Edwards of getting out with that hand high. That left hand kind of obstructed the view of White on that offense.
11 rebounds now for Swanigan to go along with 6 points for the freshman.
Well, a really good job of Swanigan making himself available in the middle of that defense.
Davis. I think he thought he'd made another one. Out of bounds. It's going to stay with Purdue. We'll take a time out of the Big Ten Network. It's a career high. A.J. Hammonds with 32. And Purdue out in front.
In just a second for the final few minutes of the game. But first, I'm Mike Hall in our BTN studios, reminding you that our day is nowhere near done here on BTN. You are looking at Madison Square Garden right now. The basketball court is gone. The ice is there. It's chilly. It's ready to roll. Michigan and Penn State hockey, the second half of the Big Ten Super Saturday there in New York City. We got a pregame show coming up next, then the game, then the Big Ten finale, wrapping everything up. But for now, back out to Sean and Tom.
Thanks, Mike. We've checked on the scoreboard from earlier today, and it's Michigan and Penn State at Madison Square Garden, and the Wolverines get the win. 79-72. Sean improved to 7-2 in conference play.
Michigan looked like they were going to win that game handily, but Penn State battled, got down within 5 in the second half. And you take a look at the individual leaders. Derek Walton Jr. continues his outstanding performance. And this is a Michigan team, Tom, no one's really talking about. But you look at their conference record, 7-2 right now. A lot of momentum, and they're doing it without an all-league caliber player in the form of Karis LeVert, who was only able to play in the opener versus Illinois. He's been sidelined ever since with the foot injury.
Michigan's won 4 in a row. That's the best active streak in the conference.
Nice hustle. Really good job by Webster.
And he'll fire away from 3. Swanigan pulls it in. Purdue has won 4 of its last 5 games. And as Sean told you at the beginning of the broadcast, they are 19-1 in their last 20 home games. That only loss January 2nd against Iowa, 70-63.
They had an early 19-point lead in the second half. And again, inside presence making itself known. But they were up 19 in the second half to Iowa before turnovers kind of doomed them. And really nice recognition by Purdue in that situation to go right back inside.
Haas has 13 points in this game, his first bucket of the second half. A 3 desperately needed, and Webster knocks it down, his first of the game. 13 points for Webster. Trying to keep the Huskers in this one late in the second.
Ty Webster able to get his team from Nebraska within 12 as he hit a three going to the break. Watch where he catches the ball. I mean, that's down around his shoe tops, and I don't care how open you are, that messes up your rhythm. But the junior Webster able to step confidently in. That's a big-time play, and we were talking about it. They desperately needed points, and Webster delivered.
Sean, Nebraska has made just 2 of its last 12 field goals, but it includes that three-pointer from Webster, again, his first of the game.
Really impressed with Webster, not just with that three-point shot, but he has been exceedingly tough for Nebraska here this afternoon, and Purdue having to burn a timeout as Nebraska again employing the pressure down
10 finale. Our guys in the studio break down the full day and night of basketball with highlights and analysis tonight, 9:30 Eastern on BTN. I know one thing, they're going to be talking about A.J. Hammonds, who has put up 32 points for his head coach in a career-high effort for Hammonds this evening. Haas was being bothered there, and a foul against Nebraska as Shields is 4th. To his credit, though, he's really come on strong offensively in the second half with 13, and now Hammonds hops up off of that bench. Already got a double-double. He'll replace Haas.
And if you're Nebraska, just like every other opponent for Purdue, you have to sit there and say, are they going to ever run out of 7-footers? I mean, Haas leaves, and here comes Hammonds in off the bench, and usually it's Hammonds coming in or Haas coming in replacement of Hammonds.
That was Shields reaching in, and you saw that reaction. He knows exactly how many fouls he has. So that'll be his 5th and result in a disqualification.
Yeah, and he knew it right away. Tough way to go out on your 5th one. Foul trouble hindered the senior in the first half, limiting him to only 3 points in 8 minutes, and he has been stellar here in the second half before fouling out with 16 total.
6 of 9 in total from the floor. He was just 1 of 2 in the first half, finally got going, but has since fouled out. And the fouls against Webster. Bonus situation for Purdue. We asked Coach Miles prior to the game about the winning streak on the road. They had won 3 in a row on the road in the Big Ten Conference. And he simply said there's just a better focus around this team when they get away from the minor distractions in Lincoln.
And a lot of young guys. I mean, I've really been impressed with the progression of Nebraska since I saw them toward the end of the non-conference season live. And you follow that up with the fact they dropped their first 2 conference home games in Lincoln, and the way they've responded has been beyond admirable, and a lot of young players getting some very valuable minutes for Coach Tim Miles this season.
6 points now for B.J. Thompson, who's made all 4 of his free throw attempts.
And Webster again showing his moxie, taking it right at the shot blocker Hammonds.
15 points for Webster. Other end, it's Davis. He'll go to the free throw line for the Boilers.
And this is just a freshman mistake by Jacobson. If you're inside the restricted area, as he is here, if you try to take a charge, that's an automatic charge. If you're that deep within the restricted area, go for the strip or the block. Because if there's any contact and you're trying to draw the offensive foul, it's an automatic block call, and you see an example of it there.
13 points for Davis. Big second half, 12 points. Webster couldn't convert. Now we're inside of 2 minutes to go. 1:45 remaining. The Boilemakers honored their mid-90s Big Ten regular season championship teams. 94, 95, and 96. And in front of Coach Cady, it appears that they're going to come away with a win against Nebraska, although White will take it to the rim, and he's got 18 points now.
And a nice job by White of understanding that he had the backpedaling defender, in this case Dakota Mathias, kind of retreating toward the rim. He attacks that inside hip and then is able to get to the left-hand side of the rim and complete.
Nebraska using its final timeout as we get a peek at the standings. Indiana with a win today. 8-1 now. Iowa, its only loss against Maryland in its second season of Big Ten competition. Purdue is 6-3. Nebraska 4-4 after all those road wins, but that streak, Sean, appears is going to end tonight at Mackey.
Well, they played very, very hard, and it's always felt like Purdue should have had a bigger lead than the scoreboard indicated, because it appeared for the courses of time that they were really dominating and they were inside. But Nebraska was able to kind of hang around because they extended the defense and got some points off turnovers. 20 points off Purdue miscues thus far this afternoon.
Here's what's coming up for the Boilers, and they do have to take on that Maryland team that is in College Park.
That is a tough stretch. And you take a look at the date of their next game. That's what made this game so important for Purdue. They're going to have to sit on this game, win or lose, for approximately a week. So you want to make sure you're going in there with some momentum. That time off, if there are any lingering effects with Flanagan's foot injury, that might give them a chance to rest it a little bit. But that is a very difficult stretch. We've already talked about the job Michigan has done, going 7-2 as we make the turn in the conference season.
Michigan with a win against Penn State earlier today, and Purdue and Nebraska will meet March 1st. That will be in Lincoln, the second meeting of the season between the teams. Don't forget, there's hockey right after us. So same two schools, Michigan, Penn State. A couple of top 15 teams. And we get done here at Mackey. The big day at Madison Square Garden. 4 more games in the Big Ten tomorrow. White and Watson will put the pressure on Davis. They gave it to White. That's number 4 against him.
That's really great. I mean, this job has so many cool things. But the fact that we're this close, the look that Raphael Davis gave Glenn Watson, he walked to the foul line like, what are you doing? Oh, that was great. I get that look a lot at home.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Yeah, it's not easy being me, Tom. It's a struggle.
Look at your seats for college basketball games in the Big Ten Conference, though.
I know. Come on. If anyone can find something to complain about doing what we get a chance to do, they should take you out back and beat you with a bag of oranges.
Interesting you selected oranges. Anyway, Nebraska with the basketball. That's 14 points now for Davis. Watson. Long rebound to Davis. All the way up ahead, Edwards, and now we've got 1 minute to play. Purdue trying to stay perfect against Nebraska in the history between these two teams and go to 5-0 here at Mackey Arena and win the 8th of the last 10 meetings between Purdue and Nebraska.
And Nebraska's going to come out on the short end of this, but there are a lot of positives that they can take out of this young team, because they were able to withstand not only an inside barrage with Haas, Swanigan, and Hammonds, but a 3-point barrage as Raphael Davis knocks down his 4th triple of the afternoon.
17 points for Raphael Davis. Webster on the drive. He's up to 17 points. Davis came into the game with 18 made threes. And he's connected on 4 of them in the game, and all in the second half.
And all came as a result of the fact that Purdue was able to establish themselves inside, forcing Nebraska to defend inside out, and the bigs unselfish, kicking it out to 3-point shooters here in the second stanza, most notably Raphael Davis.
89-74. The Boilemakers. Winners. And A.J. Hammonds is our Quicken Loans amazing performance with a career high 32 points. He was 14 of 17 from the floor. A number of dunks, 4 of 4 from the line. 11 rebounds, 5th double-double of the season, 20th of his career. And what a night for number 20, A.J. Hammonds. 9-point halftime lead, and ultimately it is the victory, 89-74 for Purdue. Well, that's it from West Lafayette, Indiana. 89-74, Purdue defeats Nebraska. For Sean Morris, I'm Tom Wormy, saying so long. This has been an exclusive presentation of the Big Ten Network. Right now, let's get it out to Madison Square Garden. Join Rick Pizzo, Paul Caponegri, and Fred Pletch for the Big Ten hockey pregame at Madison Square Garden. Michigan and Penn State here in West Lafayette. It's the Boilers on top of the Huskers.